Hello, welcome to the channel and welcome back to Resurwreck Autos HQ. So guys, it is Friday. We made it through another week. So yeah, a very busy week this week. Got loads still going on. That one yesterday, the B-Max, that actually turned out really well. I was well happy with the way that corner, little bit of a corner metal pulled out and straightened up. So yeah, well chuffed with that. Hasn't got to go to the body shop. It needs to go to the paint shop, but not the body shop. So that I've saved myself some money there. But yeah, great progress on that B-Max. It's looking fantastic. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do with the timing belts because it's not due. I was getting comments, people saying, the belt's due, you need to change it. It's not due. Are we gonna stick to the Ford program of when it's due, or are we just going to throw that out the window and do what we want? Because that's what it feels like. It feels like, don't get me wrong, the belts seem to fail before the mileage or year is up on those EcoBoost engines. They do seem to fail. But the good thing about this one, it's got a full main dealer service history, more or less, by 1 year. So I know that the oil has been changed correctly by the main dealer. So am I still sticking to the main dealer saying 125,000 miles and 10 years? Because it's only 8.5 years old. Now, I'm not quite sure, guys, what I'm going to do with it. I've done one before. You know that. You see I've done actually another B-Max. Exactly the same thing. Done the timing belts, the water pump. So I can do it, but I'm not sure yet. So I'm going to leave that one for now. We need to crack on with this Fiesta because I have actually got the slam panel has turned up for this one. Brand new slam panel. So we need to get this front end back on. We can continue with this one. So let's do this one for today. Let's get into it. Let's do this. I'll tell you what, guys, at the minute, this workshop, there's just parts absolutely everywhere. I've got a load of bits and pieces over here. I've got a load of bits and pieces over there. But apart from that, I suppose, it's not that bad. I'm trying to go through put things away, tidy things up, get things in a nice order. I think it was because of that bench that I made over there. That's what kind of done it, because everything was over that side. And I've moved it all around. But, yeah. We should have a good crack today and get a lot of the parts on this car. So I've got the new slam panel, that's turned up. And the other thing as well that's turned up in this box here, that is the bonnet for the Toyota Argo. And I've got the headlights for the Toyota Argo as well. So parts are starting coming in. I'm finding them for that one. I found a wing as well, but I need to collect it. But we've got this for the front end of the Fiesta, brand new. So we can start reassembling this front end and getting this car, in a better state. How we left it before, we've done the timing belt, we've done the water pump, we've done the service, apart from the air filter, which I've got to chuck in once I've got the airbox in. But this is really have a good push today. We'll get the headlights in place as well, get those on, and just keep going. So let's, excuse me, it's still early. It's only 7:30. So let's get set up on the tripod. Let's just get cracking because we've got loads to do. Let's do this. Right, guys, going really, really well at the minute. Just sort of putting everything back together, put the front end on. I've picked the best crash bar as well. This one is no good. It's got a bit of a twist in it, a bit of a bend. So I thought, nah, there's no point using this one. I'm going to scrap this one. It's not straight enough. You've got a little bit of a little kink here as well. And this is sort of a little bit buckled, a little bit twisted. So this is now scrap. Still got to take off some bits and pieces off this slam panel. Like, take off... No, I might have another one of them. That's got to come out. But yeah, a few bits and pieces off that still to come off. But it's... Yeah, it's run... Is it going to start for me? She is going to start. Battery was a bit low. So I wasn't sure if that was going to start, but I'm just getting it up to temperature, getting the coolant filled up, checking for leaks as well, making sure there's no leaks, making sure that everything's okay, and it seems to be really, really good. So I'm well happy with that. So far, so good. Put a new air filter in the box as well, so put that back together. I'm just I'm just buttoning things up, putting everything back together. The temperature sensor is there, so that's got to go back on, so that's done. So I'm just working on the lock now, so obviously that's all got to be plugged in, worked out, screwed down, and lined back up. But yeah, it's getting there, guys. We're getting there. At least we're getting a good front end on now. Do you know what I mean? So that we can run it around. I've got to change some wheels around because this is the one I need to use for there. That one's wrong. So that's got to come off. And then we've got to get the one that's on the donor car and put it on here. So yeah, there's a little bit of backs and forwards. The other thing as well that I've noticed, the windows don't go down. So I don't know what's going on here. If it's blown a fuse or what, but there's no power going to the windows. Very strange. So we've got to try and work that out as well. So, plus obviously the wing mirror, we've got to take that off. So still loads to do. And obviously the repair to the pillars all the way up there. Got to do that as well. So let's keep going, guys. I'll set you up. Let's do this. Right, okay. Guys, I've done absolute loads on this so far. So, as you can see, all the front ends back on. You just saw, sorry, in the time lapses. All the trims were put back on the front end. The lower one, the top one. Done the headlights, put those two in place. Put the bumper in place, put the bonnet on. And you know what? It absolutely lines up perfect. The lines, the gaps, it's just, yeah, it's really, really good. So I know that it's in a good position. Put the wheels on as well. So the correct wheels all around the car are now on because I wanted to take them off. These ones actually come from the donor car because one of these wheels, I think, was buckled. Was it this one? Yeah, it was this one, wasn't it? So that wheel was buckled, so I couldn't use that. So I thought, you know what? Take the wheels off the other donor car. We'll just use that set of wheels. And yeah, just gradually sort of nicking stuff from the donor car to make this up. It's a silver bumper, which is going to be painted at the paint shop. But again, come from the donor car. Didn't cost me nothing. I stripped out all the parts, the fog lights and the grills and the, you know, all that sort of stuff. It's all been stripped down, ready for the painter. Got one bolt each side. He's going to probably take it off, repaint it, and then, yeah, do the rest of the painting. Because obviously he's got to paint that for me. He's got to paint the bonnet for me. He's got to paint this up here. And some, probably the back bumper as well. So a bit of paint on this one. But, yeah, we're getting close. We're getting closer. I did move on to the wing mirror because that was broken. I took it off. And I thought I did have the right one. But it looks like that this plug is different to the ones that I've got in the box. I've got the donor car, which has got another wing mirror. So I'm going to probably take that off of that one. So for the moment, it's not a major issue. I just thought, because I had them like this, I could have just got one and swapped it over. But that plug is different, I think. Yeah. I'm not going to have it. I've got a driver side one, but not a passenger side. That's the only passenger side one I've got. So, yeah, it is what it is. And we'll just have to take it off the donor car at another time or whatever. But what I want to do now is I want to move on to see if we can get this up here and get this out as well. So I really want to work on this, going all the way up the pillar, have a little play around with this, pull this out, just really sort of have a little play around with it, just to see what we can do. I'm going to move the car over to the middle a little bit, so we can get better access to it over here. I'll set you up. Let's get the welder out, the puller, the slide hammer, and start, see if we can get that out and mess around with it a little bit. you know what I'm like, guys. I just like to have a go. You know, I want to have a go at doing it. So that is what we're going to do now. So I'll set you up. Let's get cracking. Let's do this. Right, guys, just before I get cracking with this, you can see I'm all set up now. I've got a little bit of height with the welder because, yeah, it was too low on the floor. So I just thought put a shelf system here so I can put it up there, make it a bit higher, make it a bit easier to work with. So I've taken it all back. You can see with the grinder, took it all back where we need to. That is spot on. So I'm leaving that as it is there. For the moment, the painter might take that back anyway, because obviously just to get it the same, probably will. But I just wanted to sort of leave that there so I can feel it as I'm pulling it through there. I can feel if it raises, and I can feel the difference in the, you know what I mean, the actual roundness of it and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that might help a little bit. First of all, before I did anything, disconnect the battery. I had done a little bit of work. The first time I used this, I had someone in the comments saying, I didn't see you disconnect the battery. You always disconnect the battery whenever you're doing any welding on the car. And I just wanted to show you, for that person that said, or might have said, I didn't see you disconnect the battery. It's there. So that's that done. So yeah, so I've welded that part to it as well. So it gives me the actual earth. And now I'm going to start sort of putting these pieces on. Use some of these. This actually will be really good, because there's a real small sort of dent going just there, going all the way up. Only very small, but it's dented. So I think if I get that in there like that, that'll really sort of help sort of pulling it up. Just that little piece. I'm being really sort of picky, I've got to be honest. The painter, you know, could have just run some filler up that, really sort of thin bit of filler, and he could have done it. But I just want to always try and do minimum amount of filler possible. And to do that, really, I've got to do this, use this, have a little play around with that, pull that up there. Let's just see what I can do and how better I can make it. Basically, you can see, you know, it's dipping down there. It's got sort of dips going. That's not too bad. It's got a little bit, but again, I might just have to use that squiggle line through there just to pull that up. And you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there's a line that goes all the way through there, through the middle. This squiggle line will actually work pretty good, because I could just line it up with that line, like going through there as well, and then gradually just pull it up. And I bet you this will do a good job on that. So yeah, I'm all set up. Let's get cracking. Let's just see how far we get today. Hopefully we can get this pulled up as much as I can. Let's go for it. Let's do this. Right, well, guys, that machine is awesome. I'm telling you, it is so good. I'm so glad that I got that machine because, yeah, it is a game changer. I'm telling you, that is a game changer. That has just saved me hundreds at the body shop for them to do it. So, yeah, let's have a good look. It still needs a skim, a filler. Don't get me wrong, it's not perfect. You're always going to have a skim of filler afterwards anyway. Even the body shop, once the body shop's done with it, they will, body shop, then paint shop, and then the paint shop will skim it anyway. So, yeah, but it feels so much better. Like I feel the ridge going up there now. I've really, really got it out. You can see where I've tacked it there, all the way along that little seam, and it's just pulled it straight out. It is so good. There's a little bit here still left to get out, look. So I don't know if that's too much for filler or what, really. I'm going to speak to the painter and see what he says. If he says, nah, that's really got to be a bit more than that, then it's a bit more than that, and it's got to go back to actually go to the body shop. But I'm sure he's not going to charge me an absolute fortune for doing that. Yeah, even the ridge going across there, it's really, really good. It is really, really good. I'm super, super happy with where that's just come out. So, yeah, I'm still in shock. I've got to be honest. I'm still a little bit shocked that actually come out the way it did. So, yeah. That is such a good bit of kit, I tell you. I didn't have this before with the gun and the obviously the pulley on the the slide hammer. As you weld it, you slide hammer it. I didn't have that before, but it has got sort of different. It has got different attachments and different things. I like to swap over this because this one they burn out at the ends. You can see it, so I burn them out at the corners. So, but yeah, it is great. It's a lot of money. Like I think that was about £300-400 for that kit, but it's going to save me a ton of money at the body shop where I could do it myself. So yeah, I'm super, super happy with that. In fact, I'm the progress on this car is really, really coming along now, isn't it? It's not too far off now to go to the paint shop. Just got a few more bits and pieces to do, but not today because I've run out of time. Yeah, that is going to be the end of today's video and the end of the week's videos as well, guys. It is Friday, so yeah, that's it. Have a great weekend. Don't forget to drop me a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. I am no expert, you know that, but I think that has come out really, really well, and it just needs a little bit more playing around with it, and that'll be spot on. I was getting a lot of comments, people saying it ain't worth it, get rid of it, use that as the donor car, and fix the silver one. And nah, I think this is definitely worth saving because of the mileage and the service history. Don't forget this got a full service history, and most of it is from main dealer. So, and it's done 64,000 miles. This car was definitely worth saving, and it's turning out to be a nice one again. So, yeah, that's where we are, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on Monday. And on Monday, we're going to be doing the Ford Focus, and I've decided to do the timing belt on the Ford Focus, the black one. So we'll be doing that on Monday. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. Take care. Thanks for watching.